Hello people, welcome on back to another mod review, and today we are checking out End Remastered for Minecraft Java 1.16.5, and this mod is really cool. You can download it straight on from curseforge.net. I will leave a link to it down in the description if you want to check it out. And this is really cool mod. What it essentially does is makes getting to the end harder, because we all know getting to the end of vanilla Minecraft isn't exactly difficult. So this mod adds a bunch of new Ender eyes that you can find, and you have to use them on the new portal in the new dungeon or dungeons to get to the end. And it adds two new structures, one of which is really big and is right in front of me right now, and the other is actually underground, which contains the portal itself needed to get to the end. So yeah, very cool mod, and we'll check out all the new features it has, including the new armor set and the new tools and the new ore as well. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it then. So first of all, we have a brand new structure that spawns, and this structure by default will spawn about 1,000 blocks away from spawn. So quite far away, but you can configure this in the, if you go into the mods option in Minecraft, the menu, you can actually configure how far away it spawns or how close it spawns, which is quite cool. The same with the dungeon, which we'll check out later. And if you're not using the /locate command here, you can actually just go ahead to a cartographer, level him up so he's a journeyman, and come on down here to the End Castle map. You purchase this from him, points you straight to the new End Castle, which houses a ton of new loot. It's a very cool place, and we'll check it out right now. So once you buy that map and you go on to wherever it's going to go, it will take you to this absolute, well, monstrosity really of a castle. It is just huge. Ignore the fire. This house unfortunately spawned over a lava pit, which was really unlucky. But yeah, this castle is just absolutely massive, and this is a naturally generating structure, of course. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look inside it right now. Bearing in mind this castle does actually contain a hell of a lot of loot, so highly recommend coming over here. As we walk into the entrance here, we can see staircases on our side going up to the gatehouse. When you come on in here, there's going to be loads of little places that you can check out. Pillagers and evokers will be walking around here, so just do be careful if you're doing this in survival. Otherwise though, it's a very cool place. Lots of little, you can actually make this your base really. You can make this your base if you wanted to. There's loads of little places that you could stay. And you can see chests everywhere, some of which will contain loot. Plenty of name tags. And this just takes you back out to the courtyard. So it's almost like a little market in a wee village in the middle here, which is very cool. And we can see all these chests here, which do contain loot. I'll try and see if I can find some of the rare chests later on, but this place is really cool. Absolutely huge. This place is quite dangerous though, so do be careful. There's not anything spawning right now because I'm in peaceful, but the stuff will spawn later on. Without further ado, let's just go and check out the throne room actually, because something spawns quite close to that. So here it is over in here. This is it here, yeah, very grand as we can see, very nice looking castle. And this is the throne room up here, which is very nice. So let's have a look around and see if we can explore. And actually, this place does actually include its own portal room, which is really cool. And this will take you straight onto the nether, and the flint and steel is included in this chest. Very handy to have that there if you are here and you don't have to build your own portal. Just use that one. But we'll have a look and we'll see if we can find the portal, because this castle actually does contain a portal, and so does the dungeon. So you can actually do this. You can actually come to the end through this place, or you can do it through the other separate dungeon that spawns. So we'll see if we can have a look for it here. And I'll be right. Okay, never mind. Here it is. Here it is. So this is the portal room, and this is the new portal here, which is made up of these empty frames and these core frames, and we'll get on how to activate this thing very soon. Not going to do it here because the dungeon is just cooler to do it in, but bearing in mind when I do go over how to activate this in the dungeon, it works exactly the same here. So you just do the exact same things here with the eyes, and yeah, that about does it for the End Castle. So as I said, very cool. You could certainly make this your own base. It's just a absolutely huge structure filled with like secrets, and there's plenty of rooms to explore. Really good loot as well if you can find it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, enchanted books. That's the protection 2 and efficiency. As well, some fireworks, I think it was. Is that fireworks? Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, loads of really good loot in this place. So have a good look around if you do come over here on your own. And up here we have what looks to be some sort of redstone contraption. I wonder what this could be. Aha, here we go. You got a little... Is that a trap chest? Oh, it is. That's quite cool. So in here, you're going to get yourself a fortune pickaxe and many other things as well. And this is actually a piece of ancient debris. So that's a free ancient debris, as well as other things that you can get yourself. So yeah, as I said, very, very cool castle. Do be sure to come on in here and have a good explore, because it is just filled to the brim with stuff, as we can see. But with that all out of the way, we can move straight on to the next thing that this mod has to offer. So here we have the brand new dungeon that spawns underground with this mod, and it is pretty expansive actually, and the way you can find this is all you need to do is grab yourself one of the brand new eyes, chuck it, it will point you to this location. Bearing in mind these new eyes, they do not shatter like ender eyes do, so you won't need to worry about that at all. And essentially what this place features is a 9 different possible puzzle rooms that can pop up. You only need to solve 3 of them though to get to the portal room, which is over there. So we can see if we have 1, 2 and 3. You only need to solve 3. There is 9 different ones in total. It's really nice actually to be able to be more of a difficulty getting to the portal room. So here we have the first one, which is sort of like a sand trapper. I'm not actually too sure what this is, but there's some redstone shenanigans over, so I have absolutely no idea. But through here we have some more redstone shenanigans, and this is a bridge. You've got to build yourself a bridge over to the other side of the lava. And the final trap room for this dungeon in particular is this here. Just ignore the portal. But this is actually, you have to push the yellow block. So this yellow block by default will spawn over here in this corner. And there's actually a yellow carpet underneath that yellow wheel and an observer behind it. And what you have to do is use the pistons, which is a really cool idea. Use the pistons, like this one right here, to move the yellow block throughout this little maze here and over to the wheel, the observer, sorry, and that will activate this piston door, which will then lead you through onto the portal room. And as we can see here, just a much more detailed and interesting looking room compared to default vanilla Minecraft. It just looks so cool, so much detail, so much stuff going on. And you will see that I have already popped the eyes in, and we will go over them, how to get them, in particular later on. But we can see here just so much more detail. Let me just quickly pop myself into game mode survival, not survival, sorry, creative, so we can have a proper look around here. So here we go. So you're going to come on through from that little portal room, and it's going to take that little puzzle room, sorry, and it's going to take you into here. And we can see with all the eyes in, it just works the same as this. So bearing in mind, this is going to work exactly the same for that other portal we found back at the castle. You just pop these eyes in the core, which we will go over how to do all this later on. But I wanted to just go over this portal room separately. And over here at the back, we have another one of these diaries that we saw from earlier, I think we saw. It's quite cool actually. It's almost like you can follow this guy's journey along into his journey. You can see he's not having a great time. Whoever created this place, burn in the fires of the nether. That's a very nice and positive message. So definitely have a look for those little diaries and have a good read, which almost makes this game feel like an RPG of sorts. A lot more depth and detail into just going to the end. Something so simple, but this mod just makes it so much more exciting and engaging than vanilla does. So yeah, this is the brand new dungeon room, and this is what it has to offer, and it's very, very cool. So with that, we're going to just crack on and get on with how you can get some of these new armor sets, and of course how you can actually activate this portal. So we'll go over how you can get all of the eyes, and we'll also go over how you can get this thing here, which is the core. So moving on into here, we have all of the new items and blocks and armor sets that this mod adds, as well as the new end eyes, which you will need to activate the end portal frame. And we'll go over how you can get these right now. So here we have all 11 of them. Note that you will need all 11 of them to activate the portal. And to find that portal room, the dungeon that we just explored, you will just need to launch one of these guys into the air, and that'll point you straight to the dungeon. And they won't shatter either, which is quite nice. Unlike the normal ender eyes. So without further ado, let's just move on straight how to where to find these guys. So here we have the old eye. This can be found in desert temples, so a very easy one to find. This one here is the rogue eye, which can be found in jungle temples. This one here is the nether eye, which is found in nether fortresses, of course. This one over here is the cold eye. This is quite a rare one. This can be found in the basements of igloos. This one here is the magical eye, and this is dropped by evokers. This one here is the black eye, which is found in buried treasure chests. This one here is the lost eye, which can be found in mineshafts. This one here is the Wither Eye, which is probably the most difficult to get, dropped by the Wither as well as the Nether Star. And this one here is the Guardian Eye, and this is dropped by the Elder Guardian. The second last one is the Corrupted Eye, which is found in Pillager Outposts. And the very last one is the End Crystal Eye, and this can be crafted, and we'll go over very quickly how to craft this one. So here it is here. You're going to need 4 End Crystal Fragments, which we'll go over how to get in just a second, as well as 1 Eye of Ender, and that will get you your End Crystal Eye. So that is all of the new Ender Eyes, so yeah, very, very nice. Some of them are quite difficult to get, specifically the Wither Eye and the Cold Eye as well, but very, very nice here. And over here we have a brand new armor set called the End Crystal Armour. I think it just looks amazing. I love the texture of this, and I was wearing it when we were doing the castle and the dungeon. And to craft this, all you're going to need is your End Crystal Fragments in the same format as you would craft any other armour, and we'll move on how to... We'll get on to how to actually find these End Crystal Fragments very, very soon. Of course, as well as a new armour set, we have brand new tools and horse armour. So here we go. We have the hoe, the pickaxe, the axe, the sword, the shovel, and the horse armor. And I just love the texture of these. These look amazing. I love the pickaxe and the axe. They're probably my favourite. And this hoe here looks like a scythe. It looks really, really, really good. And the sword as well. So it just looks very, very nice in the inventory. And this End Crystal Axe will actually deal more damage than a Netherite Axe. So it does 11 damage as opposed to, I think the Netherite does 10. Yeah, so this does do more damage. However, the End Crystal tools will have about 2/3 the durability of diamond tools, which is a slight downside, but they are more efficient and faster, and of course more powerful than the previously mentioned Netherite tools. And also a thing to note with the End Crystal armor is every single critical hit you deal with this armor equipped will give you 1 second of regeneration 2 per armor piece. So if you're wearing just the helmet and you deal a critical hit, you're going to get regeneration 2 for 1 second, whereas if you wear the full set and you deal a critical hit, you will get 4 seconds of regeneration 2 when you deal a critical hit. So yeah, that's actually a really, really cool buff, and we've never seen this with any other armor set in vanilla. No other buffs have been actually applied to armor, so it's actually really interesting to see that this armor does have a buff. So it's really, really cool. Moving on to how you can actually get yourself these End Crystal Fragments to craft yourself the armor and the tools. We can come over here and we'll see we can get it from this End Crystal Ore, which surprisingly can be found in the Nether and not the End. So it's quite interesting to see that actually. And it can be found in both the Basalt Deltas and Piglin Bastion Remnants. So there are 2 locations that you can find this stuff, and it is encased in pockets of blackstone, just like this here. And if we pop ourselves into game mode survival and we give this a mine, you're going to see it's the same mining speed as it takes to mine netherite, so quite slow. If we give this a whack with the netherite pickaxe, it is relatively slow, just like it is with the ancient debris. And we will see when we mine this, it's going to drop 1 crystal there. I believe it can drop up to 3 at a time. I might be wrong on that. It could just be the 1. We'll give all of them we'll give all these ones a mine, and we'll see how much we do get. Actually, yeah, it will be 3. Just the 1 even per ore block, but still very, very nice. Quite rare as well, so note that. But that's what you're going to get from your End Crystal Ore. And also that will apply, so Fortune will work with this as well, so you can use Fortune to get more End Crystal Fragments per ore. And with these End Crystal Fragments, you can craft this really, really nice block here. Now you may think this is glass, but this is actually just the solid block. And if we pop ourselves back into game mode creative, so I can actually select the block, here we go, End Crystal Block. So it's actually a solid block and not just glass. And it looks really, really, really cool, really, really nice block. And the way you can craft that is, of course, just the 9 End Crystal Fragments in your crafting table to give you 1 of these blocks. So I thought I'd quickly go over how you can actually get yourself this End Crystal Ore in the wild. So if we come over here, we are now in a bastion. If we take a look down here, I think it is, ignore the ones on the floor. If we come on down here, yes, here we go. We have a piece of ore here, and you can see there's only 1 piece, so it is very, very rare. This stuff biome specific or structure specific, and you only get 1 piece. So to get yourself a full set of tools and armor, it's going to be quite difficult. But I thought I'd just quickly show this in the wild so you can see kind of where it spawns. And second to last, we have the new core, and this is what you saw at the front of the end portal, so that rainbow thing. So along with the 11 eyes event, the 11 new eyes, you will need yourself a core, and you place this in the front to complete the portal. But you can't get yourself the full core just yet. You're going to need to craft this here, which is just the normal core. And to craft this, it's quite expensive. You're going to need 8 obsidian, and in the center, 1 netherite ingot, and that will give you this core here. And then to get the powered core, which is what you'll place in the portal frame to fully activate the new portal, you'll need to put your core in the middle, surround it with 4 pieces of redstone dust, 1 diamond, 1 lapis, 1 emerald, and a gold ingot. And that will of course grant you your powered core. And that is almost everything that this mod adds. There's one more thing, and it's over here. We have a brand new music disc, which is called Deserta Shadow of the End, or I don't know if it's called that, but that's who it's by, maybe, End Castle disc. And this is quite a cool little disc, and you can find this just in dungeons and within the End Castle itself. So for a nice little tune that you can play and have in your house. So that just about does it actually for everything this mod adds. And it is just such a cool mod, and I think it's definitely worth checking out if you guys like exploring, or if you just think it's a bit too easy to get to the end normally, and you need a bit more of a challenge. Because I think it certainly is way too easy to get to the end in vanilla, and having these extra eyes and all this armor and stuff can be definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, that's about it. Again, I will leave the mod download in the description below if you want to go and check it out. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and as always, I hope you all have a great day.